Hello guys, greetings. I hope you're well. I wanted to make this video to go over some things for this week, so let's check it out. First thing I want you to recognize is that I sent the updated calendar for this week 3 and 4, so please follow that. As you can see, this week we're looking at the Veld, so we're shifting into a really exciting story by Ray Bradbury and part of our Technology and Us thematic unit. So that is the first bit of news. This is our updated calendar for weeks 3 and 4. Please follow that. Next thing that we have, here I'm going to put view float on top just so that this camera stays there. Okay, so the next thing that we have, I'm going to publish this now, is our discussion for the week. So I mentioned we have the Veld for this week, so please make sure to read it, and then please cite a quote you feel is significant, and what's its largest meaning as it relates to the story. Why is it significant? Please do write at least a paragraph and reply to at least one classmate's post. This one's due Sunday, so that's actually going to front load us, believe it or not, for our first paper. Our first essay is on this story. So if I was you, I'll print it out and highlight, make sure to annotate. We'll be talking about the importance of annotation, so make sure to do that. Next thing, I want to go over our essay. As you can see, these are the particularities. The outline is due 22nd on a Sunday, workshop 24th, and the final draft will be due October 1st. So we do have time, but I just wanted to guide us into what this is. So, and of course, if you have questions afterwards, just let me know. Happy to answer them. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at this prompt here. Let's download it. I think that would be easier. Okay, got it here. Awesome. So, step 1, read the story. Step 2, check out this prompt. So, here it is. Excuse me, drink some water too. In Ray Bradbury's chilling story, The Veld, a seemingly idyllic future home becomes a breeding ground for danger and despair. The story explores the complex relationship between technology and humanity, raising questions about the potential consequences of unchecked technological advancement. So, here are the central questions. What's the role of technology in the Veld, and what's its impact on the Hadley family? After answering that, you're going to follow up with, how does the Veld relate to contemporary concerns about the role of technology in our society? So essentially, what you glean from the role of tech, the whole dependency that the Hadley family have, how can you see messages within the Veld relating to our current society? Here's some guiding questions. How does tech in the story both benefit and threaten the family? What are the psychological effects of the family's reliance on tech? Does Bradbury present a cautionary tale about the dangers of technology, or does he offer a more nuanced perspective? How does the story's setting and atmosphere contribute to the overall message about technology? How does the Veld relate to contemporary concerns about the role of technology in our society? So ultimately, look at the role of tech in the story and then connect how does that parallel with real life, as well as anything else you might glean from the story and connections to real life. There are so many. By the way, I don't know if you looked up the word, but Veld is a grassland, an African grassland, which is why we have our pictures here of Velds. So remember, organize it, have a clear thesis, and support, right? Support with evidence from the text. Also, bring in your own voice, your own analysis. We want more of that. When you do bring in plot points and support, ultimately it's you who's guiding your essay. So make sure to have that analysis. I want you to have at least 3.5 pages, double spaced. That'll be the final draft. The way the points will work, the essay itself will be 100. We're going to do a day when you bring in a rough draft. That's going to be the 24th on a Tuesday. You bring in your rough draft. We're going to do a workshop with other classmates. That'll be 20 points. Following correct MLA and having works cited pages 5 for a total of 125. Here is the rubric, so you can check that out. So that is the prompt, and I do want to also go over the outline. So as you can see, the outline is due on the 22nd. And I'm rather happy with how this outline turned out. I think it's helpful. So, obviously, step 1, read the story. Make sure you highlight and annotate. Step 2, do the discussion board. Step 3, now that you've looked at this video and understand the prompt a bit more, fill out this outline. I think this worksheet is helpful. I made it to guide you towards what you're going to do in your paper. So you can answer this. What are the main themes of the Veld? How does tech play a role in the family's life? So here's some things just to get us focused on the text and its message, right? And this is to guide us to writing our paper. Remember too, here's the outline when we start to piece together our essay or ideas of it. Remember, writing is ongoing, it's recursive, so you can change things, that's okay. But it's to get us to get our foot forward with our thinking. And these are our questions, right? What's the role of tech in the Veld and its impact on the family? How does that relate to, our current society and things we might see? So anytime you're asked a question, what do? You answer it. So directly answer it here in your thesis. This is for your introductory paragraph. How might you hook or bring the reader in? Also, is there any information that you might want to add to introduce us to both the story and this whole topic of technological dependency? So you're gonna obviously write your thesis there too. And this is cool because this is sequenced by paragraph. So in the paragraph 1, what do you want to focus on as your main idea? This is where piecing together your thoughts comes in, right? So remember, with our body paragraphs, we're always supporting our thesis. So what is your main idea, your topic sentence for your first paragraph, and then supporting, how will you support that? Maybe that's something from the story, or maybe you have some example of to uphold what you're saying. The analysis part, you can think of it like you tying together, like, okay, here's how I will use this evidence, maybe it's from the story, or this fact or detail, how to tie in to the topic sentence and support it, right? And it has that throughout the rest of the paragraphs to start creating that skeleton for your paper. Lastly, how do you want to end it? Remember, you can reaffirm your project and implications. So what? So after reading all this, is there something you want the reader to do, to take away? And then works cited. Obviously, the story is one, and if you're going to use something else, maybe you're going to use a secondary source about technological dependency, maybe a smartphone, maybe if there's an article or a few that you find, you can put that here. And make sure to have a works cited page and MLA. And make sure to take your time, think through each section. This isn't due till the 22nd, so do it bit by bit. And definitely look back at the story, look back at what you've highlighted, what you've annotated. And I hope this outline will be helpful. I'm particularly happy with how it turned out. So that is what we have on the docket. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know if you have any questions. See you all next week.